Hi ladies, welcome back to Fertility Mom. Today we are going to talk about the very important fertility supplement coenzyme Q10, or what you may have heard called COQ10. Hi ladies, welcome back to Fertility Mom. If you want all of the science-based tips, tricks, techniques, secrets, any of this information to help you get pregnant naturally and faster, then subscribe to my channel and please hit the little notification bell so that you know when I give you new stuff every week. This week, I'm still a little under the weather. I am losing my voice. I'm so sorry. And I am traveling for work also, but I'm committed to giving you something every week. I missed Tuesday's video because I literally didn't have a voice, so you would have been like, it would have been pointless. So today I want to go over CoQ10. It's a really important fertility supplement that all women should be taking, and I'm going to tell you why right now. So you may be wondering, what is CoQ10? Well, CoQ10 is the shortened name for something called coenzyme Q10, and that is a special molecule that the mitochondria use in their electron transport chain to actually produce the energy that cells use. Now, the cells use something called ATP, and ATP is basically their currency. It's how they do anything and everything. Anything that the cell needs to do, it needs ATP to be able to carry out those jobs. And the mitochondria actually use CoQ10 in the making of the energy for the cell. And if the cell doesn't have enough energy, the cell can't carry out everything that it needs to do. Now, you can imagine that this becomes really important, especially in fertility, because what happens in that very beginning phase when the sperm and the egg meet and become an embryo? Well, there's like very fast need and demand for energy so that the cells can divide, because they divide extremely quickly. And if there's not enough energy and the mitochondria can't keep up with the demand, then there's going to be an abnormality in the DNA replication and the way that the cells actually divide, and there's going to be chromosomal abnormalities that occur. And the most common reason for miscarriages is actually chromosomal abnormalities of the egg and or sperm. So CoQ10 is a great thing to take when you want to increase the amount of energy that the cell can produce so that it can meet those energy demands that an embryo requires very early on in a pregnancy so that it can actually divide properly. And CoQ10 is being used in a variety of different healthcare settings like cardiac disease, arthritis, diabetes. It's being used for a whole host of things because CoQ10 is so useful for the body. Now, it is a natural element that we do find in the body, but as you age or as your health declines, the natural amount of CoQ10 in your body also decreases. So replacing that CoQ10 with a really high quality supplement is a great idea, especially for fertility and for our egg cells, so that we can actually make sure that we're increasing the health of our cells by making sure that the mitochondria have exactly what they need to actually make energy. So it's providing our cells with the building blocks for making energy, which is really cool to think about. So CoQ10 is extremely important for any woman who's trying to get pregnant, and there's different doses that can be involved as well. In terms of dosing for CoQ10, it kind of depends on your history, whether you've had miscarriages before, whether you're going through IUI or IVF, whether you're just beginning your trying to conceive journey. It also depends on your age as well. So if you're a little older, in your 40s, you may want to consider taking a higher dose. If you're preparing for IVF, you definitely want to be taking a higher dose. And the dose can range, but it depends on the type or form of CoQ10 that you take, because there are two different kinds. There's ubiquinone and there's ubiquinol. And the ubiquinol is the most bioavailable form that your body can actually really absorb better and use more readily. So you want to be taking the ubiquinol form of CoQ10, and the dose can range from 200 milligrams to 600 milligrams per day, depending on what you need it for. If you're younger, if you're just trying to conceive, you're going to take a lower dose. If you're older, you have a history of miscarriages, or you're preparing for IVF, you want to take a little bit of a higher dose. Now, there have been lots of studies that have confirmed that supplementing with a good CoQ10 at the right dose appropriate for your problem actually does help to increase egg health and decrease chromosomal abnormalities, and it actually increases the likelihood of a pregnancy and a live birth that actually follows a pregnancy. So it decreases the amount of miscarriages. How you're going to take CoQ10 is you're going to take it in the morning and the afternoon, and avoid taking it at night because it can cause insomnia. Some of the other most common cautions and concerns for this medication or for this supplement, it's a supplement, it's not really a medication technically, is that a lot of people complain of GI symptoms, so upset stomach or nausea. And if that's the case, you can kind of fool around with when you take it and what you take it with. You're not going to want to take it on an empty stomach because you actually need fat to absorb the most CoQ10. So you're going to want to take it with a meal that actually has a decent whack of fat in it. So that's a basic, quick kind of overview of some of the most important points about CoQ10. Of course, there's always more information where that came from, so I don't want to hit you with all of it at once. If you're interested in finding out more, please visit my website. It's going to be down below. There you can download your free 5-step fertility boosting guide and get on my email list where I talk a lot about how to balance hormones naturally, things like PCOS, endometriosis, ovulation issues, that kind of thing. And we're having some really great discussions through the email list. Also, please check out the Fertility Food Formula Nutrition Program if you're interested in up-leveling your fertility diet, nutrition, and supplement plan. We've had some recent pregnancy successes in that group as well, which has been extremely exciting to be a part of. That's all today for me on Fertility Mom. I am going to be drinking tea and sucking on lemon lozenges or honey lozenges or anything to help get my voice back in tip-top shape for you so that we can get into some really awesome stuff. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, if you learned something. Definitely comment down below with any questions or concerns you may have, and visit us on the Facebook group where we have some really great discussions there too. And I shall see you next time on Fertility Mom. Thanks for joining me. Bye, ladies.